Today, I'm going to talk about one of the topics of my portfolio, why the Sanlitun village can attract more people than the Sanlitun Soho. I think there are many interesting things in this business example that show the difference. Sanlitun is in the center part and one of the crowded places in Beijing. Any company that chooses here to build a mall would have a large chance to gain popularity. Sanlitun Village and Sanlitun Soho are such two famous shopping centers in this crowded place. Both of them are managed by some famous companies in China. They have enough resources to get whatever they want to manage the malls. Once we see the pictures in the following slides, you will notice that they all have fashion design that should attract the similar amount of people. When you walk in the Sanlitun village and Sanlitun Soho, you find yourself like walking on the street. The opening design gives you fresh air and natural light. You are no longer limited in a building. Nothing is more valuable than freedom, right? Most importantly, they are really close to each other. Here is the map. The upper gray box is the village, while the lower one represents the Soho. The only thing that divides them is a road. So, what makes the difference? For me, I think these three reasons are the most significant causes. What kind of the type of operation that the mall chooses decides what brands the mall is going to accept. For example, if you want chain stores as your type of operation, you will invite Apple, Foot Locker, and Starbucks to be in your place. The Sanlitun village did a good job in organizing the type of operation. When you walk in the village, the stores you find around you are Nike, Adidas, Apple, and Uniqlo, etc. More importantly, the stores are put by genre: sporting goods, high-tech stores, fashion clothes, luxury, and so on. On the contrary, the Sanlitun Soho doesn't seem to focus on it a lot. When customers walk in it, they are hard to find where the stores that they are looking for are. They may see a KFC next to a Starbucks, which is next to a bookstore, which is next to a barbershop. How can customers be able to feel comfortable and convenient in Sanlitun Soho? Even if you're not really focusing on which store you're heading to, you still think the experience is bad because it cannot give the feeling for shopping that you want. This is a map of one of the sections of the Sanlitun Soho. The white boxes represent those stores that are not being sold yet. As you can see, there are only half of the stores in this section are opened. In such a case, how many people are willing to come here? In the previous slides, we saw a road that divides these two malls. It is called Gongti Road North. The road is very wide, which has 8 lanes. There is a famous pub street on the north side, where more young people tend to stay. And the village is also on the same side as the pub street, which means the Soho is being isolated on the other side. The pub street has more than 30-year history and has more than 60 pubs nowadays. I have to talk about the management too. Taiku is a Hong Kong company that is responsible for running the village. It is an old company that is 150 years old and has more than 20-year experience on managing shopping malls. And the Sanlitun Soho is managed by Soho China, which is a Beijing company that only has 20-year history. Soho China also owns less malls than Taiku does. Therefore, I would say experience is always important for any of them. The occupancy of the village is more than 90%, while the Soho is around 60%. The brands can only rent a place in the village at a price about $150 per meter square per month, but most of the stores can be sold in the Soho. The prices are from $6,500 to $20,000. In conclusion, I think it should be first to target the right groups of customers so that it can choose the right type of operations and do the right thing. Secondly, renting should be more efficient than selling, because as an owner, if you notice some particular stores cannot attract enough people, you can still have the right to kick them out and invite some other notable brand to be in your mall. Lastly, experience is important, but it has to be built gradually. I'm not saying that Soho China is worse than Taikoo, but it still needs time to find its own way.